Alright you guys, today I am making Zeljanica, and it is a Serbian dish also known as spinach pie. It has cottage cheese, spinach, and phyllo dough in it, and I wanted to show you guys how it is made. It's been 11 years since my mother-in-law has passed, so I feel like making a dish that she made all the time would comfort everyone and make everyone feel a little bit better. So let's get started. Alright, first I'm going to use the spinach, and I'm going to chop it up and mix it in the bowl. So let's go. I like to do a little bit at a time because if you put too much on here, it gets a little overwhelming when you're chopping. So as you can see, the pieces are roughly chopped like that big. Now I'm going to throw it in the bowl and chop up the rest of this. Alright, I am done chopping all the spinach, and this is what she looks like. Alright, now I'm going to take my cottage cheese and pour it right into the spinach. So with this recipe, it calls for 3 of the cottage cheese to 24 ounces, the small curd. Alright, so this is what it looks like now. Cottage cheese and spinach all together. Alright, now I'm going to add an egg. You can add 2 if you want. And about a pinch of salt, so like a teaspoon of salt. So right now, this is what she looks like. You just mix her up. Alright, so after mixing her up, this is what she looks like. Cottage cheese, eggs, and salt. That's all she is. Right, now I am going to take my avocado oil and oil the pan. And don't mind my handy dandy paintbrush. It works perfect for getting the oil everywhere. You want to make sure to get all the sides to make sure that it's nothing sticks. Alright, now you have to use phyllo dough as your crust and your layers. This is super awesome. Unfortunately, I usually get my other phyllo dough. This is the only one that the local store had, but it still works. Alright, so you start off by taking 3 or 4 sheets by putting it on the bottom. Just try to be as gentle as you can. And on the sides, when they come up onto the pan, just fold it over. Like so. Alright, so now you just take spoonfuls of the pie mixture and you kind of dollop it in. It doesn't have to be even or smeared out. You just have to have, like, I guess 6 consistent scoops in this one. Now it looks like this. Now I'm going to take another sheet or 2 and put it on top of the mixture that I just laid down. And again, after you lay it down, you just fold it over. Like so. Continue the process. Scoop, layer. I'm taking 2 sheets and putting it right on top again. And you want to kind of smush it down so it kind of gets all the juices squeezed out everywhere. I pushed it a little bit out to the sides so the sides get some of the juices as well. Now I'm going to take another couple of sheets. I feel like I'm tucking the spinach into bed. Alright you guys, this is the last bit of it. I don't have much left, so I'm going to put this on here. Tuck her in. Put on the layer. And throw her in the oven. That's the last bit of her, as you can see. All gone. Used it all. Now I'm going to kind of spread her out a little bit. Because it's the top, I'm just going to use the rest of them and smooth her out. So I'm going to put the top on now, tuck her in, and then everything extra I'm just going to cut off so it's nice and pretty. Unlike the other folds, everything got folded in. This one you don't fold in. Okay, I'm going to cut the sides off. So what you do is you just put your knife directly like this, and then you just carefully go down the pan. I feel like this is probably the most difficult part. Which says a lot because it's a really easy dish to make. So if cutting is the most difficult part, I'll take it. Now this is done, and I'm going to tuck these sides in to make her look pretty. A little bit of oil on top, and then you make her nice and shiny. So you want to make the whole thing shiny. And then now, before baking, you want to cut it down the center, and then cut it in like mini rectangles. Alright, now that she is cut and done, that is the spinach pie. So now you want to preheat your oven at 400 degrees if you haven't already. And then after she's at temperature, throw her in for roughly 45 minutes until she's nice and brown on top and tan. So this is what she looks like beforehand, and I will show you what she looks like when she's done. Alright you guys, I just pulled her out of the oven and she looks absolutely delicious. I wanted to show you guys. So now all you want to do is cover her for a good 15 minutes so she steams and cools off at the same time, and then you can absolutely enjoy. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes and I'm ready to plate dinner. This looks absolutely awesome and I can't wait to try it. Turned out absolutely awesome. Don't forget to enjoy your spinach pie with a nice glass of cafe because it tastes super awesome with it and it's a favorite. Cheers, you guys.